Hi there, welcome to Dave in the Shed. I'm Dave and this is my little corner of the world, also known as the Shed Mahal. Now if you're into DIY, 3D printing and model trains, you've come to the right place. Now fair warning, I do things a little bit differently. I have cerebral palsy, which means sometimes things get a little bit creative around here, but hey, it just makes it more fun. So if you like making, fixing, and maybe even breaking things along the way, stick around. Hit that subscribe button and let's build something awesome together.
Down in the shed where the magic begins, Dave's got his tools, let the fun commence. 3D printing dreams, watch him come alive. With every little gadget, man, he starts to thrive. Blueprints in hand, technology so keen, building up the future like a crafty machine. Model trains rolling on a whimsical track. In this shed of wonder, there's no time to slack. Oh, Dave in the shed where the vibes stay high. Creating with passion, he's reaching for the sky. DIY master in a vibrant samba flow. Hope you enjoyed the video, let's get ready to go. Let's get ready to go.
Well, hello everybody, welcome to this Friday Dave from the Shed update. How you going? Started off this week on Monday. We actually got the makeover I wanted to do on me little fishy pond almost done. We've got a few things to tidy up, but it's mostly done. It's pretty good. I've got the little spurty thing at the moment. There's just a little thing that just pulses to give a little bit of circulation, and when the sun comes over on the afternoon, the big pump will kick in, and it can actually circulate this pump. It can pump the whole pond and filter it about once every hour. So it only needs to run 3 or 4 hours a day to keep the pond and the tank pretty clean. But you can see you'll be able to see fishes down there. We did cull. Well, it is a cull, but we didn't dispose of. We gave away one of the fishes. We really had a few too many in the pond. We probably still could do with 1 or 2 less. But anyway, when we're down a few fish, I think there's about 7 if we count. We now have about 7 in there. There's a couple of really big ones and really small ones. But anyway, don't know if you can see the fish. So quite happy with that. Still got to do one more thing. Is my big filter. I'll pull it over here. This is a catchy filter that sits on the side of, well, it's meant to go this way. It sits in the pond on the side of it, and as the water moves around, it catches all the muck in there, like big leaves and stuff. But the only funny part is, since the rebuild, the pond circulates the opposite way that it used to go. So I've got to sit down and reprint this one. It's like in reverse way, because the water is designed to come through this way. This sits on the edge of the pond like that in the water. I don't know if you've seen it past here. And the water comes around this way and it catches all the muck that's in the water. Well, now the pond actually is circulating that way now. The natural flow of the water is the opposite direction of what it was since we've changed things. So I've got to rebuild the filter. Anyway, interesting story aside. So there you go. So what we're up to this week. Got that up and done. Yeah, so I'm impressed. That's the new cover is better than the old one. You can walk past the old one in a sec. Did a bit of gardening and tidied up my this is all like a shady house, a natural shady house area. Don't trip over the hose, people. So I've done a bit of planted some fresh new floweries for this year and done a bit of a big tidy up of this. So this is sort of like a natural shady spot because of all the trees and the way of the gardening. So I've just planted out stuff in pots. From now on, it's just easy. I'm just going to stick to growing stuff in pots. Instead of planting directly in the garden, we'll just do pots and bits and pieces, because I can lift them up and carry them around and weed them in bits and pieces. So yeah, so this is all. If anybody's seen the old garden, what it looked here, done a big tidy up of this area and round the back. Go around the back. Look, here comes Pussycat. Hello, Ginger Cat. There's a storm front approaching, and the cats know. Big fella's actually over in his box. He's hiding. He's decided that, oh, he's going to stay there. So, hey, let's go for a quick walk around here. Because I'm changing one of the sprinklers, so just dodges the irrigation line here. We'll just go around that. So I've done a bit of reseeding in the meadow. Meadow's looking good. Done a little bit of reseeding in the back meadow to try and tidy it up, and relayed a lot of the artificial turf up here in the coffee spot. I've just been really lazy. It didn't rip up the old artificial turf. I just laid some new squares over it, just to neaten it all up. That looks good. So yeah, I'm happy. Anyway, I'm the one who has to be happy. But so there we go. This is the. I've still got a bit of tip run to do next week because it's a bit of rubbish from the tidying up here and there. This is the bit of the meadow I'm trying. I'm going to give it one more season. If this part of the meadow doesn't pick up and doesn't come good, well, it'll be turfed. It'll be astro-turfed as well. It's got one more chance. I'll seed it, put a bit of dirt down and rattle it around. Hopefully going to get some rain on this afternoon and pull the meadow up in bits and pieces. But anyway, this is the, yeah, anyway. Catching some rays, pussycat. Here you go. Sitting up against the shed here is the old fish pond cover, and it was looking really sad, and Monday it had to go because somebody who was probably not this cat but the other big cat, I think walked across the cats. I don't know why they like to drink out of the fish pond. I don't know why, but yeah, the bamboo was getting old and ratty, and how it was put together around it just like fell apart. So as you can see, we've got a new colour. We're doing pussycat, ginger the cat, folks. Grabbing some rays in the sun and rolling around in the dirt. I think anyway, let's go and have a look at what's going on in the shed. Walk through here. We're going to go down. I've got the workbench over here. Don't trip over the power line. Got the power line here because I'll be running the vacuum. We'll walk down through here, through this gap, sideways through. And lo and behold, yeah, I did it. When you own a 3D printer and you can like design stuff what you want. I did rabbit on last week about I was thinking about putting a building facade here over the staging area, and yeah, well, I did. That's the joy of. I'll put the camera down here and swing around. And I'm not going to walk right through, but as you can see, the size and the scope of the thing. Now, I wasn't very happy. It was the first run of the new camera last week, and I wasn't very happy with the settings and the processing because I can't naturally import the footage from this into my editing software. I've got to do a bit of magic conversion on it to get it to work. So I did the video out, but it wasn't up to standard. So we're trying again this week. So this is the building. It'll sit in here. Once again, it'll pull out in bits and pieces. I did try, I'll show you another sec with that little new red spray brush we talked about last week. Not too bad. For doing misting and bits of, I was cleaning out the gun and I sprayed it on here. I've got to go and paint it probably. For doing weathering or detail, I wouldn't use it for doing detail work. I'll still go for my fine brushes. But yeah, for just spraying a bit of muck around, didn't do too bad. Anyway, we'll look at what I have actually been mainly doing this week over here. And what I've done is I've started to lay down the ballast and the scenic stuff in the new area of the layout. And I've only just this morning done a great big bulk ballasting, hoping that it'll get stinky hot this afternoon like it did yesterday and dry all this up. But I've done all the ballasting along here for what will be ballasted. Some of it, the track doesn't need to be ballasted because it will be in the building. I normally do around the points last. Once I've got everything else set it in, I'll come back and ballast the points very carefully and do all that as a last stage step so the points aren't done. But yeah. That's where we're up to. Oh, these wooden crossings, these weren't in last week. That's what I put in. I did a bit of a sort of like for the factory, so there's a crossing and it sort of like blends the Pico uncouplers, KD uncouplers into the scene. So I made them out of some strips of balsa. Hang on, I'm just going to run a carry through because we're going that way. And then I sprayed it down with that airbrush. I thought I've got it here, don't be lazy. So yeah, so I did okay, something like that. I did that. So all this area is freshly, this was done Wednesday, Thursday, and was actually, this is Thursday. This is yesterday, this is all grassed in yesterday and vacuumed all this bit where I dug up stuff to put in the new track. So this is all new track. And then I once again made a sort of like a footy crossing there, and that was painted. or a service crossing, whatever you want to call it, person crossing. And then that was painted down that grey colour and bedded down with that new airbrush, the orange spray one. Oh, and I did this as well. I've been after ages for a while about how do I neaten up where the cables run down here, and I made up some fake conduit. Oop, that should be a bit square. So I've still got to finish up this area and get the transformer bits and pieces. Yeah, nice bit of fake. The joys of having a 3D printer and being able to, how do I put this? A little bit of capability in CAD. You can whip up something and come on. Still got to tidy up it down the bottom at the top, but there you go. That's where that runs. Well, that's about it for this week. Hope you enjoyed the video. If there's anything you'd like to ask questions about, please do. Don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to say hi. Now, if you don't subscribe to my channel, please do. Please leave me a like, give it the little thumbs up, and yeah, please do that. It just does help. Oh, gee, I'd like to get to up to a stage where I could monetize the channel. That'd be fun. Probably will never happen. But anyway, talk to you later. Talk to you next week. Hopefully, be a video next week of what I'm doing and what I'm going on or what's not going on. Might even have some footage. A big storm expected this afternoon. Could be a big storm. Might be anticlimactic. Anyway, till we meet again, take care, look after yourself, and don't forget, if you think you can, and if you think you can't, you're right. That was Henry Ford, apparently. What it means is you don't know what you can do or what you can't do till you have a try. That's like my motto at the moment. You've got to have a try. Go have a try. We'll just do a bit of pan around the shed to finish up. This is the workbench, which is a dining room table, which is on a big trolley, which normally sits over there on the floor, and I just pull out. Everything is going to be on wheels in the shed from now on, so I can move and relocate stuff. Anyway, we'll wander out the way we came in once again. Don't trip over that cable. Walk down this gap. We'll finish up outside. Do like this spring weather. What do you think, pussycat? Yeah, good. Good. Anyway, we'll walk over. We'll go for a walk past this. We'll go out to the tiger cage because I think we'll find a big fella there. Anyway, that's it. Talk to you later. Bye. Wander around. There he is. There's Big Cat. He's been in the cage all morning. That's his choice. He decided, I think he knows the weather's going to go rough and the weather's going to change, so he's just going, yeah, I'm going to chill in my box. Okay, that's it. Catch you later.